Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Calhoun's. Halloween is almost here, and that means it's the holiday season, basically. So make your Thanksgiving plans now. First, all 9 Calhoun's locations will be open on Turkey Day. Got a special menu in there, Thanksgiving. But also, they can do your home up right. I mean, their holiday version of the Feed 5 and Feed 10 family pack is spectacular. It's not just the barbecue and the ribs, it's the turkey and the dressing and the whole 9 yards. Get in touch with Calhoun's. Check out their website right now and start making your Thanksgiving plans. The taste of Tennessee, it's the taste of Turkey Day. Calhoun's. All right, I want to welcome in 2 more members of our panel right here. Josh Ward, right down there, Chuck Cavaleris. Thanks to both of you guys. Let us play our Hot Read segment. Each pairing gets a question. I'll start down there with Chuck and Jimmy, and let's go ahead and put up some numbers. Jarrett Garantano connected on a deep ball. Can we put up the numbers? Jarrett Garantano connected on a deep ball, got knocked out of the game as he connected on it, and then Keller Christ came in and looked good. Now, Pruitt said afterwards regarding Garantano that he'll be back. Okay, I don't know exactly what that means. He said in the past that Micah Abernathy's going to play, and he didn't.
All right.
So whether Garantano is going to be fine or not, he didn't leave in a sling or anything like that. So we'll see if he's healthy enough. Now, Keller Christ came in and looked good. Then he tailed off later. Pruitt said when asked about Keller Christ, he said, well, we gave them some things they hadn't seen in the second quarter, so that probably confused him. And Nick Saban, sure enough, said in his press conference, they did some things in the second half, and then we went to a nickel. And Chris looked really good, and then Chris looked like the Tennessee offense. He looked like a guy playing behind that offensive line. But here's my question, gentlemen. If Garantano is healthy, have you got a quarterback conundrum going into South Carolina, or is he still your starter?
Well, I think the key word on that is healthy. I mean, sooner or later, after all these monster hits, there's going to be some kind of lingering effect,
Right.
don't you think?
But assuming he is healthy.
If he is healthy, yes. I mean, if your coach is preaching toughness, how many players on your team are tougher than Garantano? I mean, I still think he is the guy as long as he is healthy. But he has to do a better job pre-snap, too. I mean, he's taken some of these hits. But as long as he's healthy, I still want him out there. But you do know now you've got somebody in the wings that can come in and move the team.
I would go with Garantano as well. I mean, the guy was tremendous against Auburn, right? And he's a National Player of the Week. But my leash is going to be a little bit shorter. And if you've listened to what Pruitt has said, basically, I think this is also the case, Garantano is not doing a really good job of picking up the blitz. And also, based on what Pruitt said Wednesday night on Ball Calls, it makes you wonder if Garantano is doing a good job with his pass protection calls. Chris didn't seem to have a problem with it. Garantano does. If Garantano gets sacked and misses a couple of blitz early against South Carolina, I'm probably going to Chris.
Now, I read that, I think I saw it on Twitter, where Eric Ainge, your compatriot, the former Vol quarterback, said that Garantano had it right on the fumble. I think I saw that on Twitter. Maybe I didn't. Well, I know I saw it. I think that's the play he was talking about. But from looking at it from a quarterback's perspective, he felt on Twitter, according to me, that Garantano read it correctly. You guys can ask him that on the radio on WNML. Free plug.
99.1 FM.
There you go. AM 990. Josh and Will. I was going to talk about officiating here, but I get tired of whiny crap, and you lost by 38 points, or 37 points, so heck with the officiating. How much stock should we put in Tennessee's whooping yesterday? Do you look at that and it undoes what you thought about this team and the Auburn stuff, or is it that's just what Alabama does? Where are you? How much stock do you put in what you saw yesterday?
Well, I do think you start out with that's Alabama, and you're very thankful moving forward that you don't play anybody like Alabama. But I would also say there are some things you still take out of it. It's a reminder the offensive line has real issues. You do still have some depth concerns throughout the team, and you have Jeremy Pruitt questioning the way that his team, especially on the defensive side, I think is playing out there on the field. So I would say, Will, it's a big week to see how players respond based on what happened on Saturday.
It is a big week, and I don't judge it too much because this was expected. If you didn't expect it, you haven't been watching this team and you haven't really been evaluating where they're weak. As you also saw, you mentioned offensive line, where they're also weak, pass rush. That pocket was clean. That quarterback didn't have to go anywhere.
Oh,
and
he had 6 seconds on
6
that.
seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds,
7.
whatever he needed,
Yeah.
he had it. So it is a comeback that you've got to take from this game, and it really shows you how far your program is from competing for championships. And those positions that we kept talking about throughout the year, you've got to get extremely better at those positions, offensive line, defensive line, those places. But this week is going to be about, does this team want to finish this year? Do they want to get to a bowl game? How they play this next game against South Carolina is going to be the real determinant of where you start judging this season.
Okay, and I'm glad you mentioned that because later in today's show we are going to run through the 5 remaining games and try and figure out where the wins are for Tennessee to go bowling. So that's coming up later. Up next, we'll have the whole panel of VFLs out here, and we're going to be talking 3 up, 3 down. And we're going to have a little interesting twist on the players who were down this week. We'll let a coach tell you who was down. Come on back on the Sports Source.